get here, and Sunday started having problems with his bike. Nothing like being out of town and having bike problems. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. We make it home. First, we have fun for the weekend, and then make it home and he can do whatever he needs to do to fix it. Maybe it's a bad cat. Nope. He's not doing well.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sonny the Badger, and welcome to my Friday free ride. Every Friday, I take you on a ride with me, and we talk motorcycle stuff. So today's episode, as you saw before I came on, when we went to Daytona in October, I was having bike issues. So everything was great. We got over to Daytona and I was riding down the road, and then all of a sudden the bike started spitting, sputtering, choking. I immediately thought, oh crap, it's the fuel pressure regulator, because those are kind of notorious on these bikes. But I'd already replaced it and it straightened itself out. But then shortly after that, it died. And then it kept dying, like repeatedly. And I thought for sure I was going to have to put it in the shop. But hang out and I'll tell you what it was. Alright guys, so first things first, if you enjoy watching motorcycle videos, please help our channel out. Hit that subscribe button. You can ring the bell icon if you'd like to be notified every time we upload a new video. Of course, you can give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And leave us your comments, because we respond to all of them. Anyway, back to the story. So, this bike, the silver 2005 CVO Fat Boy, I would just be driving down the road and it would just stop running. And I would try to start it, no go, it wouldn't start. Until I shut the ignition off, turned the ignition back on, it would start right up. It would go a little ways, and it would do the exact same thing. So, I have cams in this bike, and I have a tuner on this bike. And that ends up being what the issue was. It was the tuner. I'll tell you how I figured it out. So when I first got the tuner on the bike, I was riding in Naples, and I went to turn at a stoplight, and the bike died. Dead. I'm like, what the heck? I pulled over, shut the ignition off, turned the ignition back on, and it fired up. So I took it to the shop that put the tuner on for me. They took a look at it, and what they came to the conclusion of was that the tuner box was getting too hot. They had it under my seat, on top of the battery. There just wasn't enough airflow. And I can understand that. It was the middle of summer, so it's a 90+ degree day underneath the seat of the bike, and it was getting too hot. So we took the tuner and we moved it up under the seat. For it to fit up under the seat though, it went in at an angle. I don't know whether you can see my hand or not. So when the bike started messing up again, and I kept resetting it, I was like, it's gotta have something to do with the computer. And then I was like, oh, maybe it's the tuner again. So finally, when it's all said and done, we pulled over, I took the seat off, I took the tuner, and the tuner was laying at an angle, and I made it where it would lay flat under the seat, and voila, I haven't had a problem since. Now, I didn't want to put this video out a week after this happened, I wanted to put some time and some mileage in before I said, hey, that fixed it. So I came all the way back from Daytona without an issue. I went to Leesburg and back and done a bunch of running around here locally. So I put a few thousand miles on it since this issue. And I've had 0 issues since I moved that. So I have seen in some forums that people have had issues with their tuners before. So that would be one of the first things I would tell you to check, is check your tuner. Move it to where either it gets more air or it's at a different angle. So if it's flat, turn it at an angle. If it's at an angle, turn it flat. Because if you're like me, I don't like to just run my bike to the shop for every little thing. In fact, that's the last thing I like to do. It's like me going to the doctor. I'm not going to the doctor unless I have to be carried in there. I'm the same way with my bikes. It's not going to the shop till I've exhausted all means of fixing it. But anyway, on this Friday free ride, just a helpful little tip that I found on my bike that works really well. I'm going to flip to the camera, take off the seat, and show you my tuner, where it was, and then what I did and moved it, so you guys will have a better idea of what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so I'm going to pull the seat off and I'm going to show you my tuner and what I did to correct my issue. Alright guys, so here's my tuner. I'll try to move you in a little closer here. Alright guys, so originally, here's my tuner now. Originally, they had my tuner, well you can see the Velcro here. And they also had it on top of here. So we moved it from here, because it was getting too hot, to here, where it was still getting too hot, up to here. So when I had it before, it was actually turned sideways, and stuck kind of up in the seat. That was when I was having issues. So since then, I've taken it, laid it completely flat, and I've had 0 issues since then. So if you're running the Power Commander and you have an issue, I would definitely check the tuner first. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. And remember, it's not about the destination. It's all about the ride. See ya!